Captain Ibrahim Traoré stands as a remarkable figure in the world of politics and military leadership. Born on March 14, 1988, in Kera, a small town in the Bondakwi department of Burkina Faso, he has made headlines not only for his role in national governance, but also for his youth. At just 37 years old, he is currently the youngest head of state globally, which adds a unique layer to his leadership in a country facing numerous challenges. Traoré's rise to power was dramatic and pivotal. He became the interim president of Burkina Faso on October 6, 2022, following a coup that removed the previous leader, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Citing the government's struggles to manage escalating violence from jihadist groups, Traoré took decisive action. His leadership style and the circumstances surrounding his ascent have drawn attention both domestically and abroad, with many curious about how a young military officer would navigate the complexities of governance in a country rife with turmoil. Despite the weight of his responsibilities, Traoré has shown resilience and a desire to connect with his people. This connection is crucial as Burkina Faso faces significant security threats and economic challenges. His youth is often viewed as an asset. He embodies hope for many citizens who are yearning for change and stability. People see in him a chance for a different path forward, one that addresses their pressing needs and desires. In the bustling streets of Ouagadougou, where life moves swiftly around him, Traoré often interacts with everyday citizens. Such moments reveal his approachable nature despite his high-ranking position. On this particular day at the traffic light, he found himself unexpectedly approached by a girl, highlighting how even leaders can find themselves in surprising situations that challenge their public persona. The girl's boldness in approaching a prominent figure like Traoré speaks volumes about the atmosphere in Burkina Faso. It reflects both curiosity and admiration from the younger generation who see him as a relatable leader. The setting, a busy intersection bustling with vehicles and pedestrians, adds to the tension and excitement of the moment. Here is a young man navigating the pressures of leadership amidst ordinary moments that connect him with his constituents. As we delve into this story, it becomes clear that even amidst political challenges and societal issues, Ibrahim Traoré's unexpected interactions provide insight into his character and how he relates to those he serves. These moments reveal not only his leadership style, but also what it means to be a leader in today's world. As the sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over Ouagadougou, the busy streets bustled with life. Cars honked impatiently, weaving through throngs of pedestrians crossing the road, creating a vibrant scene full of energy and movement. It was at this very moment that Captain Ibrahim Traoré found himself stopped at a traffic light. A brief pause in his day, filled with meetings and decisions that weighed heavily on his young shoulders. Around him, the atmosphere was lively. Vendors called out enticingly from nearby stalls, selling colorful fruits and hand-woven baskets. The scent of grilled meat wafted through the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of dust kicked up by passing vehicles. Children dashed between the cars, laughing and playing, while adults carried on conversations or hurried to their destinations. This was a typical day in Burkina Faso's capital, where life surged with an unyielding spirit despite the surrounding challenges. The traffic light turned red, and vehicles came to a halt. Traoré sat quietly in his car, observing it all with keen interest. With tinted windows slightly rolled down, he could hear snippets of laughter and chatter from nearby families waiting for their turn across. The vibrant energy of the community surrounded him like a comforting blanket. It was these moments that reminded him why he had taken on such heavy responsibilities. Suddenly, amidst this bustling scene, a girl approached his vehicle. She appeared to be around 12 years old, her bright eyes sparkling with curiosity as she navigated through the vehicles toward the president's car. Dressed in a colorful dress adorned with traditional prints, she embodied hope and innocence amid the adult world closing in around her. As she reached Traoré's window, everything else seemed to fade into the background. The light remained red for what felt like an eternity as all eyes turned toward this unexpected encounter. Onlookers paused to witness what could become an extraordinary moment. Would their young leader respond warmly to this bold gesture? Would he be willing to connect with his people in such an unguarded setting? In that split second before Traoré reacted, the air buzzed with anticipation. Even children playing nearby momentarily halted to watch. Here was not just any political figure caught off guard, but a leader being approached by a citizen longing for connection amidst uncertainty. With all eyes on him at that traffic light, it became clear that this interaction would hold significance beyond mere words. It symbolized hope and resilience within the heart of Burkina Faso itself. The girl who approached Captain Ibrahim Traoré was a vibrant spark amidst the bustling traffic of Ouagadougou. She looked to be around 12 years old, her age evident in the way she moved with both confidence and eagerness. Dressed in a colorful dress with traditional African prints, the fabric swayed gently around her as she navigated between vehicles to reach the president's car. Her attire not only represented her culture, but also added a lively touch to her presence, making her stand out against the backdrop of honking cars and busy vendors. Her bright eyes shone with curiosity and determination. They seemed to reflect her youthful spirit, full of hope and dreams for a better future. Little did she know that this encounter would be significant not just for her, but for everyone witnessing it. Her demeanor radiated warmth as she approached. It was as if she believed that reaching out to someone in such a high position could bridge the gap between ordinary citizens and their leader. The girl's expression was both earnest and hopeful, as if she carried the aspirations of many children like herself. Perhaps she sought guidance or inspiration from Traoré, who represented change in a country longing for stability. In a time when security threats loomed large and economic challenges were ever present, her boldness in approaching him showed not just courage, but also a desire for connection. It seemed as if she wanted to express her thoughts about the future of her community, about education, or about peace. As she drew closer, the onlookers could sense the significance of this moment. Children playing nearby paused to watch while adults turned their heads, curious about what would unfold next. Would this young girl voice concerns that resonated with many? Would she remind Traoré of his role as a leader who needs to engage with all levels of society? The world around them faded into a blur, leaving just the girl and the president at that moment where lives intertwined unexpectedly. With each step closer to Traoré's window, she embodied not just her own hopes, but also those of countless others who looked up to their leader for reassurance during uncertain times. The essence of Burkina Faso's resilience echoed in her spirit, a blend of innocence and ambition waiting for acknowledgement. This encounter promised to be more than just an interaction. It was an opportunity for genuine dialogue between a young citizen and her leader, potentially paving the way for understanding in a diverse and evolving nation. As the girl approached the car, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's expression shifted from focused concentration to surprise. He hadn't expected such a direct interaction amidst the chaotic bustle of the street, where life moved rapidly around him. The moment she stepped into his line of sight, Traoré's eyebrows raised in genuine curiosity. He leaned slightly closer to the window, allowing himself to engage fully with this young, determined visitor. What caught onlookers off guard was not just Traoré's surprise, but the warmth that spread across his face as he recognized the girl's courage. Instead of retreating behind the formality often expected of a leader, Traoré broke into a smile that lit up his expression, reflecting an openness many had hoped to see more in political figures. His approachable demeanor invited admiration from those waiting nearby. With tinted windows partially down, he didn't hesitate. He gestured for her to come closer, signaling that he was ready to listen. People paused, holding their breaths in anticipation of what would happen next. Some children, who had been playing moments before, watched wide-eyed, recognizing that something meaningful was unfolding right in front of them. What would a leader do when faced with the innocence and aspirations of youth? The girl's boldness seemed to spark something innate in Traoré. It awoke his desire to connect with the very citizens he was meant to serve. His eyes softened as she neared, and he could be seen nodding gently, as if encouraging her and reassuring her that her voice mattered. This gesture received murmurs of approval from the crowd, who were appreciative of witnessing a moment where authority met humility. At that traffic light, Traoré's reaction displayed a blend of seriousness and tenderness. His ability to shift from a powerful position into one of attentive listener during such an unguarded moment spoke volumes about his leadership philosophy. Rather than simply reinforcing barriers between him and the citizens, especially the youth, he embraced this opportunity to validate her effort. Traoré leaned further out of the window, clearly eager to hear what she had to say. Onlookers exchanged glances filled with surprise. Could such an unassuming encounter change how leaders and citizens interact? Many hoped Traoré's reaction would inspire confidence and connection among others in positions of power. This unexpected warmth and genuine interest transformed the mundane moments of the traffic light into a significant exchange, leaving all witnesses inspired by the potential for understanding between generations, a reminder that even in politics, humanity can shine through during unforeseen encounters. The moment Captain Ibrahim Traoré engaged with the young girl at the traffic light, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. Onlookers, previously caught up in their daily routines, suddenly found themselves captivated by the unexpected interaction. Bystanders froze, their chatter and laughter fading as they turned their attention to the scene unfolding before them. The girl's bold approach and Traoré's warm response sparked a wave of excitement among the crowd. People exchanged glances filled with surprise and admiration. Many had never seen a leader respond so openly to a citizen, especially a child. This moment of connection resonated with them, transforming an ordinary day into something extraordinary. Some spectators could be heard murmuring words of encouragement for both the girl and the president, appreciating this rare glimpse of humility from someone in power. The media present quickly picked up on the significance of the encounter. Journalists began to snap photos and record videos, eager to share this inspiring moment with a wider audience. Their reports highlighted how Traoré's approachable demeanor stood out against a backdrop of serious political challenges in Burkina Faso. This event was refreshing and humanizing for many who had grown weary of political formalities that often alienated leaders from their constituents. Social media platforms buzzed with reactions almost instantly. Users flooded their feeds with posts celebrating Traoré's response, praising him for being relatable and accessible. Hashtags like #LeaderWithHeart and #HopeForBurkina trended as people shared their thoughts about the interaction. The girl became an instant symbol of courage, inspiring others to believe that they too could reach out to those in power. Parents watching nearby expressed pride in their children's ability to see hope in such moments. They appreciated how Traoré acknowledged the aspirations of future generations, emphasizing that every voice matters, no matter how small. This refreshing image of leadership ignited discussions about expectations for political figures. Many declare that leaders should not only make decisions, but also foster genuine connections within their communities. As the traffic light eventually turned green, signaling the end of this poignant encounter, there was a palpable sense of unity among those who had witnessed it. People left with smiles on their faces, some even carrying renewed hope for change in Burkina Faso's political landscape. The unexpected warmth shown by Traoré reminded everyone present that even in challenging times, personal connections can create ripples of positivity and inspire courage within society. It was a moment that would linger in their memories, illustrating how genuine actions can bridge gaps between leaders and citizens. Following the remarkable interaction between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the young girl at the traffic light, the media quickly descended upon the story, eager to share this heartwarming moment with the public. News outlets across Burkina Faso covered the incident from various angles, emphasizing both Traoré's unexpected warmth and the boldness of the young girl. This was not merely a fleeting encounter. It had turned into a symbol of hope and connection in a country yearning for leadership that resonates with its people. Major newspapers highlighted Traoré's approachable demeanor, framing it as a refreshing departure from the often sterile and distant image politicians can project. Many journalists noted how his response could inspire other leaders to foster genuine connections with citizens, particularly vulnerable groups like children. Editorials praised him for humanizing the role of a leader, opting to engage rather than remain aloof in a moment that could have been easily brushed aside in a busy political schedule. Television reports featured snippets of interviews with onlookers who described their feelings of joy and surprise at seeing their president interact so openly with a young citizen. Witnesses recounted how Traoré's smile seemed to radiate through the crowd, transforming them from passive observers into active participants in this significant moment. Supporters expressed hope that this kind of engagement might become a regular occurrence in Burkina Faso's political landscape. Conversely, some critics raised eyebrows at the media's focus on Traoré's actions. They questioned whether this single encounter was merely a publicity stunt designed to bolster his image during challenging times. Amidst ongoing security issues and economic hardships in Burkina Faso, they argued that such moments should not overshadow the pressing matters requiring immediate attention and action from their leader. These voices reminded audiences that actions speak louder than words, and one friendly exchange does not replace effective governance. Social media played an equally pivotal role in shaping public perception following the event. Many users celebrated Traoré's genuine interaction, creating viral posts that reinforced positive sentiment surrounding his leadership style. Others debated whether moments like these were enough to move beyond mere gestures into substantive changes in policy and governance. In summary, media coverage of this encounter showcased both admiration for Traoré's approachability and skepticism about its implications within broader political contexts. It sparked discussions about leadership characteristics valued by society, how connection can be powerful, yet also raises questions about accountability and governance. This blend of reactions underscored just how impactful one simple moment can be on a nation's outlook during uncertain times. In the wake of Captain Ibrahim Traoré's heartwarming encounter with a young girl at the traffic light, social media lit up with a wide array of reactions. Users flooded platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to express their thoughts on the surprising yet uplifting moment. Many shared videos of the interaction, celebrating Traoré's warmth and the courage displayed by the girl who initiated the exchange. Memes began to circulate almost instantly, featuring stills from the interaction that humorously highlighted Traoré's surprised expression alongside captions that emphasized themes of hope and connection. One popular meme showed a split image. On one side, a serious-looking politician with a grim expression, and on the other, Traoré smiling brightly at the girl. The caption read, "When you realize leaders can be human too." This playful take resonated widely, igniting discussions about how politicians should strive for relatability and approachability in a world often filled with disconnect between leaders and citizens. Hashtags like hashtag connecting with Traoré and hashtag hope for Burkina garnered traction as shouts of encouragement flooded comments. Many users took moments to reflect on how refreshing it was to see a leader listen to young voices, some sharing stories about their own experiences meeting leaders or advocating for change in their communities. These posts fostered a sense of unity, showing that people were inspired not only by Traoré's actions, but also by the potential for genuine interactions to create significant change in political culture. Furthermore, online influencers weighed in on the incident, calling it a pivotal moment in Burkina Faso's leadership narrative. They encouraged followers to remember such connections are essential for fostering trust between government officials and everyday citizens. Their enthusiasm emphasized that this instance could represent a shift towards more compassionate governance, a movement many believe is needed in light of ongoing challenges faced by the nation. Despite some skepticism about whether this encounter was merely an act of public relations, users largely embraced the moment as an opportunity for dialogue about leadership. Constructive conversations arose around what more can be done, encouraging leaders to cultivate environments where open communication with all ages is encouraged rather than avoided. As discussions evolved, it became clear that social media served as a powerful tool for community engagement. People used this platform not only to celebrate positive moments like Traoré's interaction, but also to advocate for meaningful changes in policy and governance that stem from understanding citizen concerns. In summary, social media buzz transformed Captain Traoré's brief exchange with a young girl into a symbol of hope for many, igniting conversations about expectations from leaders and underscoring how collective voices have the power to inspire both change and connection within society. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's interaction with the young girl at the traffic light carries broader implications for his leadership and public perception, especially during a politically challenging time in Burkina Faso. This encounter presented a rare moment of visibility that allowed Traoré to showcase qualities often sought after by citizens: approachability, empathy, and genuine interest in their lives. By engaging openly with a child, he not only broke the typical barriers between leaders and the public, but also illustrated how leadership can be grounded in humanity. In a nation grappling with security threats and economic hardships, such moments of connection are crucial. They reveal Traoré as a leader willing to listen and interact directly with citizens rather than maintaining a purely authoritative distance. This approach can significantly shift public perception, positioning him as a relatable figure amidst ongoing struggles. People are naturally drawn to leaders who demonstrate warmth and authenticity, especially in times when hope seems scarce. The significance of this interaction extends beyond Traoré himself. It sets a precedent for other politicians in Burkina Faso and across Africa. It suggests that effective governance is not solely about policy-making or political maneuvering, but also about forming human connections that resonate with constituents. Traoré's willingness to engage meaningfully with the public could inspire other leaders to adopt similar approaches, potentially transforming political culture into one that emphasizes dialogue, understanding, and community involvement. However, while many praise Traoré for this moment of warmth, it is essential to recognize that such gestures must be backed by tangible actions. The public is increasingly aware of the importance of accountability. They desire leaders who are not only approachable, but also effective in addressing their needs and concerns. Therefore, while this encounter may enhance his image as a compassionate leader, it also raises expectations for substantive change and responsiveness from his administration. Furthermore, this incident serves as an opportunity for discussion about intergenerational leadership. By interacting with a young citizen, Traoré highlights the importance of youth voices in shaping the future of Burkina Faso. It signals to young people that their opinions matter and can influence national discourse, empowering them to engage more actively in societal issues. Ultimately, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's brief exchange with the girl at the traffic light encapsulates the potential for leadership rooted in connection and compassion. In an era where political figures are often viewed through lenses of skepticism or detachment, such moments remind both leaders and citizens of the power of human interaction. As Burkina Faso navigates its challenges ahead, this incident may serve as a catalyst for deeper engagement between leaders like Traoré and the communities they serve, a much-needed step toward fostering trust and hope within society. The encounter between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the young girl at the traffic light has emerged as a significant moment for his leadership and public image in Burkina Faso. This incident not only captured the attention of those present, but also resonated widely through media and social platforms, transforming it into a symbol of hope and connection in a nation facing numerous challenges. As the youngest head of state, Traoré's willingness to engage with citizens openly demonstrates a refreshing approach to leadership that prioritizes empathy and relatability. This interaction signifies a potential shift in how leaders can relate to their constituents, particularly during difficult times. By breaking away from the formality typically associated with political figures, Traoré has positioned himself as an accessible leader who values the voices of even the youngest citizens. This warmth can enhance public perception of him as someone who genuinely cares about the aspirations and concerns of his people, which is crucial for building trust in a politically turbulent environment. Moreover, this moment has set a precedent for other politicians in Burkina Faso and beyond, highlighting that effective governance involves more than just policy decisions. It requires creating meaningful connections with citizens. As discussions emerge around the importance of dialogue and community involvement, Traoré's actions could inspire fellow leaders to adopt similar approaches that foster greater inclusivity and understanding within political discourse. However, while the gesture was widely celebrated, it comes with expectations for accountability and action. Citizens are increasingly aware that compassion must be coupled with effective governance. Traoré's challenge moving forward will be to translate this moment of warmth into concrete policies that address the pressing issues facing Burkina Faso, including security threats and economic instability. The public will be watching closely to see if he can maintain this level of engagement while also delivering on promises that truly benefit society. Additionally, Traoré's interaction with a child highlights the importance of youth voices in shaping the future of Burkina Faso. It sends a powerful message that young people matter in national conversations, empowering them to advocate for change and get involved in their communities actively. This focus on intergenerational leadership could lead to more inclusive decision-making processes, ensuring that the needs of all citizens are considered. In conclusion, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's unexpected reaction to the young girl at the traffic light has significant implications for his image as a leader moving forward. By showcasing his approachability and empathy, he has fostered hope among citizens during tough times while reminding everyone involved of the profound impact human connections can have in politics. As Burkina Faso navigates its challenges ahead, this encounter may serve as a foundation for deeper engagement between leaders and communities, a vital step toward building trust and resilience within society.